of Hits Home Jackson with John Wilson. I am your host, John Wilson, and where it's always my objective with this podcast is to always keep the law-abiding, responsible, hardworking, and retired tax-paying citizens of all of Jackson County better informed on what's taking place out of Jackson City Hall and the Jackson County Tower Building. Of course, City Hall is where our Jackson City Council meets. Jackson County Tower Building is where our Board of Jackson County Commissioners meet. So today, I'm joined by, once again, our co-host, Kevin. Hey, Kevin.
Hey, John. How you doing today?
Well, I'm doing fine. It's just you and I today.
Just the boys.
Just the boys, just like old times.
Yeah, right?
How it all started.
There's not even anybody in the office. It's
well,
quiet and weird.
Sure. Well, it's nice
Yeah,
and quiet.
Yeah.
And so it's just the two of us that are going to today discuss. So we're going to pretty much stay on the topic of city issues. And there's two, let's just say issues that kind of surfaced. Well, not so much surfaced. One of the two issues surfaced regarding city council. And that this last week when they met on Tuesday night, October 28th, they unanimously voted to change the fee structure for downtown parking.
Okay.
Yes, and it's no meters.
Okay.
No meters. They've learned their lesson on that.
Yeah, there's a pushback a little bit.
There was just a little pushback on that. This new plan that the city council unanimously approved was written by both the Jackson County Chamber of Commerce and our Downtown Development Authority.
Okay.
Apparently, no one from city council had much input with it, but they were satisfied with the plan that both the chamber and DDA came up with, which is an increase, a one-time cost for downtown business owners. $700.
Yeah, I thought I read $700.
$700 that they'll pay as a one-time cost this year, and along with some changes in their assessment costs.
Right. Yesterday on the Stick to the Plan podcast, we had a special. It was a special episode on Thursday. We had Chrissy on, and apparently the actual formula for the assessments isn't a public record thing. When I looked it up and everything I read, it says that it gave some ideas of like what goes into it, but they're like the exact formula is not a matter of public record.
Interesting.
It seems strange to me.
Sure. It almost seems that it would have to be public record.
Yeah, I know,
unless because it's authored by the chamber.
Well, it's ran. It's I guess not ran. That's not the word. It's applied by the assessor's office.
Okay.
So yes. I wonder if that maybe because of tax code and things like that, that's why it's not public. But it
would eventually have to be public when they come up with their tax rolls and so forth.
That's what I'd assume.
And I was thinking, since the chamber was so deeply involved with, and you know what, they were involved also with the metered parking. They ran away from that with their tails between their legs. Both the chamber and the DDA.
Well, the residents came at it pretty heavy on that.
Well, sure. But the chamber and DDA gave their blessing to the first unanimous vote by city council, which was metered parking. And of course, that wasn't too popular. So they went back to the drawing board and allowed the chamber and the DDA to devise this new formula and plan. And I was thinking, since I guess they're so entrenched now with devising city policy, we need to add a seat up there on the dais at city council chambers, giving them a seat at the dais, and they can be number 7 of the city council members.
Yeah,
along with the mayor, of course.
I saw something else that the was it the chamber, or I can't remember, the chamber of the DDA, because when I was just looking up how they assess the parking assessment, that it said something about the recommendation from the chamber is what I read. I'm going to pull the article up. I might be,
because
I don't want to be mistaken here.
No, they definitely wrote
Okay.
the new policy.
Okay, that might have
And
been
then
what
I'm
it
sure
was.
they recommended to city council that they vote to approve it.
Okay.
That I'm not absolutely sure on, though.
This one's combination of recent methods. One-time flat fee of $700. Increased annual parking permit by 25%. Blah blah blah. But where was the thing I saw? Separate from the structure. I'll find it, but
Mhm.
yeah, I can't remember exactly who, but it was based on the recommendation of, I think it had been the chamber. I don't think it would have been the DDA, but I'll find it.
Sure. And I guess what matters most to everyone involved is that the fact that patrons who will patronize downtown businesses will not have to pay
Yeah,
to park.
good.
Right.
I mean,
right.
most cities are pay to park, but
They sure are. Yeah. And
I mean, that's why Jackson doesn't like change very much.
they don't like change. And
No.
I would have rolled with whatever they had. Now,
Yeah.
regarding the parking issue, and they had a good discussion. Councilwoman Christy Davis asked some pretty tough questions.
Yeah, she seems to be very passionate about it and wanting to know what exactly is going on.
And her question pertained to who we will leave unnamed because we don't know for sure who it may be. But
Right.
there's a business owner downtown who allegedly owes thousands of dollars in back fines
Right.
for parking violations.
Now, that would be for his customers or himself, like personally?
That I'm not sure.
That's what, because I was.
No, if it's fines, because
Yeah.
this business owner
Uh-huh.
will pay their assessment each year,
Right.
just like they did in the past. So I'm sure that was paid. From what I understand and what I listened to and viewed with the city council meeting at home in the comfort of my own home, watching it on TV.
That's what I would do.
Sure. This particular business owner, I understand, has a couple permits for their parking.
Okay.
And it had something to do with that. But
Okay.
regardless, there are thousands of dollars in the rear that this business owner owes in parking, downtown parking citations.
Yeah. So the thing is that's, fines and citations and things like that. That's made to offset, the upkeep, the snow removal, the
Yes.
roads and things like that. So, and I'm sure that business owner is one of the first ones to stand up there and complain about the new assessments and going up. But
Yes.
but he's the one that's causing it, really.
And
Councilwoman
Davis, the only council member that actually asked any questions regarding this, she had mentioned during the discussion that this business owner could easily afford to pay what he owes, but refuses to do so.
Well, that should be a criminal thing, right?
I think
if I didn't pay my parking tickets, they're going to boot my car, right?
They have boots available.
Well,
but due to the reputation, this was also talked about during the discussion on the parking issue between the city manager and council members, that they do have a boot available.
A boot?
Well, I'm not sure.
They just got one boot. It's in the back of someone's garage somewhere. We don't have the key for it, but we have one.
So anyways, they have a boot available to use for those who violate the parking rules downtown. And I believe they had applied it previously. I'm not sure when. It must have been a few years ago. But the reputation of boots isn't a good reputation.
No, but if you don't pay your parking tickets, you have to enforce it somehow.
Put the boot on that business owner's car. That's what they need to do.
And it's funny because I was just reading through, and it's changed since yesterday, from what I read yesterday. But it talks about how there's going to also be increased fines for parking violations. So
yes. And
business owner might have some more violations.
He might want to pay up today.
Yeah, let's get even, and then we'll figure it out from there.
Right. And speaking of fines, oh my goodness, the city manager, who we're going to have to make a good attempt at calling.
We can definitely do that.
And let's just lay the groundwork first.
Yeah.
The city manager stated publicly during last Tuesday's city council meeting
Uh-huh.
that, I'll just paraphrase, there are friends and family of city council members
Right.
who regularly call his office or maybe some other city official office
Uh-huh.
to ask that the friends and family of the city council members who have passed parking violation fines,
Right.
that the city manager somehow, however, may waive those fines. And he admitted to this right during the city council meeting.
Just based off of that they're related to somebody
I'm
or
not sure.
friends with somebody.
That's why I attempted this morning to call City Manager Jonathan Green's office, and I could not get through.
Oh, man.
So I attempted to call the mayor and city council's office out of City Hall, and I could not get through there also, because if somebody would have answered, I would have simply, and I was really hoping to talk with City Manager Green.
Right.
But I was not able to, because I was going to ask City Manager Green some questions regarding his statements on these friends and families of council members.
I think absolutely it needs to be brought up.
And I was going to be, fair with him and say, Mr. Green, if you are willing to, you can either come join us today on the show for a few minutes and explain what you meant, or can I give you a call and we can hook you up to the audio here with this podcast, and we could maybe have a little discussion. So what do you think, Kevin? Should we try giving that phone
we
number?
Definitely try to give him a call.
Okay.
I'll pull it up right now. All right, and that's going to be this number. The city manager, right?
City manager.
Okay. Let's get this here. 5.
And I'll make it public here for any viewers who may want to give the city manager a call and ask him questions pertaining to this. His phone number is 517-788-4035.
Well, and they'll be able to see it up on the stream as well. So
okay,
they can see everything we're doing. Okay, let's call.
Let's give it.
You got your headphones on? Good.
Yeah,
cool.
Maybe Jonathan will.
Oh, Jackson City Manager. It comes up as. Yeah. Must be a lot of people calling him.
What the heck?
Yeah, that's a weird one, right?
Well, at least she was polite and said goodbye.
Well, she's a robot.
How do you know?
Just assuming.
I don't think there's any AI coming out of City Hall.
Except for the voicemail lady.
Well, darn it all. Yep, that's the same voicemail I got this morning, and the City Manager Green's voicemail is full.
Huh.
So should we give the mayor's phone number a try?
Yeah, let's give it a shot. Well, I mean, it can't hurt, right?
Right. Maybe Mayor Mahoney is in the office, or one of the city council members, and maybe they can explain a little more on what.
Yeah, there should. It's a Friday. It's what time is it? 1:34. There should be somebody there. They shouldn't even be on lunch.
Well, lunch hour should have been over with long
exactly,
ago.
and someone should be in the office, even if they're all on lunch.
Well, maybe it's nap time. It is afternoon.
I do like naps. This is a good nap time, actually. And that number, guys, is 517-768-6060.
Yes.
And these are all available on the city website, I'm assuming, as well.
Yes, they are.
So 768-6060. All right. Let's see if we can get anybody. So they're open.
There we go.
Both of them.
Ring a ding.
Oh,
The same lady.
same lady. That's odd.
What the heck is going on at City Hall? Is anybody home?
Well, I'm not. My problem that I just thought of that isn't so much is anybody there. It's that how long has somebody not been there that their mailbox is full? They're not checking their messages.
Yeah.
So I mean, obviously they're not going through their. I hope no one's trying to reach out.
I mean, we're just constituents, average citizens giving them a call.
Yeah,
What if the governor may be trying to call?
Maybe Gretchen's got a secret number we don't know about.
Well, maybe she does.
She wouldn't share with me though.
I'm not going to give her my secret number.
No, I'm not going to give her my personal number, my not secret number.
Well, isn't that something? So we call the city manager's office. His voicemail is full.
Right.
And like you said, how often do they check the voicemail? And
it's obviously, yeah. I mean, I've worked in, offices before. You check your voicemail the first thing you do when you walk in.
Sure.
That I've never had a full voicemail.
Sure. So, I guess we're not going to be able to touch base with City Manager Jonathan Green.
Oh no.
To ask him a couple questions regarding friends and family of council members to who may have or actually attempt to or have attempted to get out of parking fines. Let me read you a couple quotes since I guess we don't have city manager. These are a couple quotes from City Manager Jonathan Green, spoken at the Tuesday night city council meeting.
Okay.
Number one quote. We are usually trying to get friends and family of council members out of what they owe.
Well, why?
That is right on. I've recorded it. I recorded it with my phone. Well, at home.
Yeah, but
with my phone.
Same.
Yes. And another quote is, now this is kind of hard. Quote, most of the times we hear from council members. We are being asked from your folks or whoever is calling you on your behalf to get out of things. End quote. Do you need to get out of anything, Kevin? Do you have any friends or family there?
No, I wish. Well, I don't have anything to get out of, so
I don't either.
Maybe I'll get into some stuff. I could probably find somebody.
Become a friend of one of our council members,
mayor. Sounds like a good way to get into some stuff I don't want to get into.
Wow, isn't that something though?
Yeah, that's so.
Now, I'm sure Jonathan would say, "Well, this is being taken out of context." Isn't that the usual line from?
Well, of course, that's very
right. That's
politician answer.
Yes, and that's why I wanted to discuss this with Jonathan live on the air, or even when I tried calling him at home this morning in the office and could get nowhere. So I guess we're not going to know. Maybe, like you said, his voicemail is full because there's a lot of people calling. Maybe a lot of friends and family calling.
Yeah, to get but they seem like he'd be fielding them if he's worried about it.
Well,
but he's not fielding those calls.
Come on, City Manager Green.
Yeah.
Friends and family need to get out of some things.
Yeah. How are they going to call you, dude? Got to send him an email or something, I guess.
Well, yeah.
That's.
Well, that's totally unacceptable.
Well, and the thing is that's telling. This is.
It's unacceptable.
It's unacceptable, and I'm trying to think of exactly because it's neglect at this point, where he has said, "Oh yeah, people are calling, need to butt out of it," and he's not checking his voicemails, which seems intentional to me. Because guess what? You see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil, right?
That's
frustrating.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Now, I had this on my phone.
I have the whole meeting right here.
Well, yeah, Kevin. All I got to do is hit this arrow, put it up to here, right?
Yep.
Let's see where we're at here.
That worked just fine.
On number one. And these are the words from City Manager Jonathan Green.
Okay. Uh-oh. That's not who I want to talk to.
there's one business owner in particular downtown that has a hefty bill for their parking fees, and they just refuse to pay. What's the point? That's great that we're going to keep adding to their bill, but what happens? They just keep not paying it. There's no end game. Where does it come into play where this gentleman can truly afford paying for a parking permit? He can truly afford to pay his violations, but just doesn't feel like he needs to. So when does the car get towed?
That's a good point. That was Christy Davis, right?
But there are.
Yes,
There's one business.
that was Councilwoman Christy Davis. Now here is number 2 here, okay? This is where City Manager Jonathan Green answers her question.
Truly afford paying for a parking permit. He can truly afford to pay his.
Well, don't fail me now. Let me get this back up because this is quite interesting.
Yeah, no.
Violations, but.
Oh, it's loading.
It's
So,
goofy.
anyways, yeah.
Doesn't feel like he needs to. So when does the car get towed? When does something else happen there? Instead of our small businesses having to really bite the bullet.
So is your question about like someone specific outstanding balance, it sounds like?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you can just keep adding to it, but where's the end game?
This is City Manager Green.
We'd have to develop a policy on that. It's not normal or customary, I guess. Most of the times we hear from council members we're being asked to have your folks, or whoever is calling you on your behalf, get out of things. So what you're asking us to do is something we've never done before, because we're usually trying to get friends and family of council members out of what they owe. So I guess what we
truly afford paying.
Here's the problem.
There it is.
While you were doing that, I just figured I'd just scroll through the City of Jackson website. And under the frequently asked questions, there is a question. What happens if I don't pay my fines? The city may place a lien on your property or notify a collections agency to pursue action against the property owner or take any action authorized by law. And when I double cross-check that, it includes arrest warrants, vehicle impoundment for repeat offenders, and impact on vehicle registration renewals. So Mr. Green says they have to make a rule to enforce rules, but according to their website, City of Jackson's website, no, there's already one in place.
Mm-hmm.
And that's frustrating. I mean, there's no consequences to their actions. Then, like I'm going to go park in the middle of Michigan Avenue. Let's see how long it takes before Phelps Towing shows up.
Sure. Right.
puts the one boot on me.
Yeah. Well, just let the tow truck driver know that you have friends at City Hall.
Oh yeah, I know people. I mean, I don't know about friends, but I know people.
Well, right, I know people too. I don't know how many friends.
I don't have a very good record of getting any city officials on any of my shows. Now, one particular, he happens to be the mayor. He has set up times and he has verified he will be on the show and never shows up.
Okay,
right. Throwing that out there. It's kind of a little
no
sour grapes on that one.
No disrespect to Mayor Mahoney, but he has a reputation of being late or not showing up.
Yeah, over promising and not delivering is what I've realized. Yep.
There we go. Okay, well, we gave it our best shot.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how we can do any better. Right. Go down there. I do have a random camera.
maybe we'll do one of those.
I have
walk in with the camera.
Well, I have 2 GoPros that we can. They come with chest harnesses. So we can just strap them to our chest and let's walk in there and see how that works out.
Okay. All right. Well,
Anyways,
I guess we'll lay that to rest right now. But that's just we're gonna lay it to rest, but it's not going to go away. I mean,
no.
City Manager Green is going to have to explain publicly what he meant with the friends and family of council members being
Well, I think I
having their fines waived.
I think I understood what he was kind of saying in the fact that he's like, Councilwoman Davis, we have to come up with some kind of way to do this to enforce these fines. And I think what he's saying is normally people are like, are asking us to get relief from these fines, but there's a protocol for that,
right?
But there's not a protocol to enforce the fines from the get-go. I think that's the as far as the public goes, the biggest question is, okay, so we don't have to pay our fines, right? That's what I'm hearing.
Mm-hmm. Well, again, they need to put the boot to that business owner downtown.
Here's the deal: I'm a downtown business owner.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not paying any traffic. I'm not paying any parking fines in the city of Jackson. Nope.
Right.
I'll refer back to the show. I'll reference it.
Sure.
Hey, we heard him say it. There's no rule.
Right. Just good luck trying to get a hold of City Manager Green.
Yeah. On a Friday at 2:00 in the afternoon.
Right.
Anyways.
Well, okay. Right. Well, we'll move on to issue number 2 that was discussed and unanimously voted on at Tuesday night city council meeting. And that's the approval to purchase 1.5 acres from Consumers Energy for the amount of $90,000. And this property is on the corner of Cooper and Biddle Streets.
Right there.
This 1.5 acres will be combined with 3.5 acres that the city currently owns.
Okay.
And these 3.5, 1.5 equals out to about 5 acres. And those 5 acres are going to, the reason they purchased this land is to build a grocery market.
Yes. Okay.
And this grocery market, again, is being, let's just say it was born and now hatched right out of City Hall.
Okay.
Whether anyone that may think that this is a role of City Hall to be directly involved with
are they
not only the purchase of this land, but to develop the land to lure a prospective grocer.
What if they don't lure a prospective grocer? Are they now grocers themselves?
I guess we're going to find out. So I guess build it and they'll come.
I mean, maybe.
Well, let's just hope this prospective grocer, maybe it's Mr. Meyer, Mr. Walmart, Mr. Kroger. Yeah. Hopefully they're not trying to get a hold of City Manager Green today.
Right. And I feel like there's a good possibility that the Kennedys aren't going to be very keen on the idea of opening. Because guess what? Those people would have opened one already. We've said that before. They would have opened one already if it was viable.
Right.
Yeah.
So because it's more than likely not financially viable.
Right.
And, there's always a profit motive for a grocer such as Walmart, Kroger, Polly's, Myers to open a store.
Right.
Well, apparently they haven't opened one in that location for a reason.
Yeah.
So now it's the taxpayers who are going to be footing the bill to, number one, purchase the land. And apparently, everything is now contaminated. So when they say it's contaminated with whatever pollutants that may lay within the ground there at this empty lot, then you have brownfield funding available. Yeah. So in comes more taxpayer money to remediate whatever contaminants may be located within the soil.
Yeah, for a grocery store we didn't ask for.
For a grocery store we didn't ask for, and is it even contaminated?
Right.
They'll take some soil tests and say, oh, yes, we have traces of, an amount of whatever.
Yeah.
So, okay, now here's $150,000 that consumers said they are going to give to the city in order to help remove whatever contaminants may be on this property. Oh, that's all well and nice that they're spending $150,000 of our ratepayer money, consumer power ratepayer money, to remediate this so-called contaminated property. But again, that's all that is just to for the city government to apply and receive brownfield development funding. And again, brownfield monies are taxpayer.
Right. Yeah.
Tax
everything you're talking about sounds like it's coming out of my wallet.
Oh, it is. And apparently you're going to build this grocery market.
You know what's funny is that location is very convenient to where I live.
Mm-hmm.
Very convenient, and I have no interest. I'll drive to Meyer.
Mm-hmm.
It's right up the street.
Well, they call it a food desert.
Oh.
Everything's a desert now.
Yeah,
and that's the term always used by government. It's a desert. So there's a food desert in that area. Therefore, we build a grocery market at taxpayer expense, and then hope to lure a grocer. And we're going to find out, per DEI Executive Director John Willis, at the next city council meeting, what grocer may be interested in opening up shop there.
I'm assuming none of them, because I just thought of something that's insane. There's not even a Dollar General over there, and Dollar General will build a Dollar General on top of a Dollar General.
Probably in the end, we'll have a Dollar General on that property.
It's got to. I mean, but the thing is that they haven't done it yet.
No.
And I mean, they built one over on Morel.
Sure.
Not far from there. Mm-hmm. They build them all over, but
there would be one there.
Yeah, I feel like the Dollar General Corporation would figure that one out.
And it was also said by Mr. Willis that this location of this market will, of course, be patronized by those within the immediate area, and it's walkable from the downtown. Well, I don't know how walkable that may be from the downtown. Could you imagine carrying 3 or 4 bags of groceries back to the lofts on Louis?
Somebody, when I was younger, told me something that always stuck with me is anything's within walking distance if you have enough time.
Right. And you're able to make that walk.
But that's a long walk.
That's a long walk, sure. So this will suffice, I guess, as that downtown grocery market that they've been talking about for a couple decades now, and along to suffice for this apparent food desert,
right?
Southside food desert.
Well, I just thought, like, as soon as you said downtown, I started thinking, I'm like, where would there even be a place? And I'm like, oh wait, there's a Family Dollar. What? Cooper and Ganson, right? Mm-hmm. That's way closer to downtown, than over here.
Right.
Huh.
Yeah. Well, again, and these, those who patronize, even from the new senior apartments there right across the street from here.
Yeah.
Those apparently are going to be able to walk there to pick up their groceries. And, so you're going to have grandma walking, that's a good 5 blocks, city blocks.
I've seen those people. They ain't walking down the steps.
It's okay. So apparently they're going to be able to, they don't have vehicles. And if they take a bus, I'm sure they'll put it on a bus route. If you can expect JATA, Jackson Area Transit Authority, to pick you up.
Yeah, no one wants to ride the bus. It smells like pee because people pee on the bus.
Yeah, so they'll pick up those who may live at the senior complex right here on MLK Drive, drive them, drop them off. They do their shopping, and they come out with a couple bags. And that's about all they're going to be able to handle because, you have grandma that can't handle too many bags. So I guess it's a minimal amount of shopping they'll be able to do.
Even if you've got a cart or something that's Still a long way.
Well, they're not supposed to take the carts off the property, even
Well,
though we see a lot of grocery carts in the downtown right now, but those aren't those who are shopping
I
at.
meant like personal carts. Like,
Oh, okay.
yeah, you see a lot of times you'll see them at Meijer. They'll have either that or a basket in their walker or something like that.
Right.
But that's not very much groceries.
No.
Yeah, no, don't take the grocery store carts. They put brakes on them at the Kroger on Argyle.
Do they now?
Yeah, if you leave the lot, now it says that. I've went a little further because I had parked down like around the corner or something, and it didn't lock up on me. But I don't know how much. I don't see Kroger carts laying around over there.
So about 5 or 6, 7, maybe 8 years ago,
Yeah.
I was in Phoenix, and there was a supermarket nearby where I was staying, and I was walking. So I walked over to the supermarket and went through the store, picked up my goods, put them in the cart, checked out, took the cart outside, walked all the way to the end of the parking lot.
Yeah.
And I thought, what the heck? I'll just bring the cart back, right?
Right.
So got to the end of the parking lot. Those brakes locked
up on
right
you?
up. Yeah. And that was the first time I've ever experienced it. I didn't even know they existed.
Yeah, me neither until probably 2 years ago when I saw the little sign at the Kroger.
Right. Yeah.
You know what's crazy is the Dollar General on Morel, they must have had some kind of lots of issues with the carts where they had these big long, and they look like crap, by the way. They're not put on very well, like mop holes, basically.
Yes.
That you
I've
can't
seen
get
those.
through the door.
Oh,
And it says, there's a sign that says, if you take the cart out and break the pole or whatever, that you will be responsible for repairing it.
so they don't even want that cart out the door.
No, and I'm thinking to myself, I just stopped in for a couple of things, but I walk with a cane. If I would have brought groceries, how am I going to? Are you going to carry them to my? Now I understand that's a neighborhood, but we're going to have the same problem here, I think.
Right. Yeah. Well, let's hope. Well, first of all, you would think that this is nothing less than centralized government economic planning
Yeah.
out of City Hall, and it is not their role. Not their role at all.
They're definitely overstepping.
They're way overstepping, but they have this funding available that they're still spending from the American Rescue Plan Act.
Yeah.
And, those millions of dollars seem to be endless, and they need to be expended by next year. I believe September of 26, all funds have to be expended. So they are now in a rush to get what ARPA funding they have left spent.
Right.
So they are going to build this grocery market come hell or high water, whether one is needed or not in that area, or it may be needed, but is it financially viable, profitable for a grocer to locate there?
Now, how strict are the restrictions on what you can use the ARPA money for?
Oh, that's anything.
So,
I mean, they had guidelines when the ARPA funding first came out, but after a while,
they're just like
local governments throughout the state. And
Right.
I can't speak of any other state, but for Michigan, we're spending it however they chose fit to.
So we decided to spend it on a grocery store, so there's no other infrastructure type issues, or
I guess not.
Maybe a giant empty hotel.
Well, we've already dumped enough tax dollars into that.
Well, what I'm saying is, if it's going to go away, if we're going to dump money into a grocery store, might as well, I don't know, do something with it.
Well, I say, you
can demolish it.
Well, there you go. Use some of that ARPA money to demolish the Hayes. I'm right with you there.
I've got no sentimental feelings towards it. So
no, you can your sentiment can go only so far. I mean, if sentiment carried the day and the rule, then we would still have Tiger Stadium up.
Yeah, I have more sentiment for. I was upset when I drove by it because the base passes were still there.
Oh, I know.
But you got to remember, the entire time I can remember, Hayes Hotel's been empty.
Oh, let's go back to the recent history of the Hayes Hotel. Okay. We may have touched on this before, and I think we did briefly on one of our episodes.
I remember one episode we
talked about it. But it seems to me that the city just loves giving consumers energy money.
Oh, yeah.
We're giving
they
them
need it.
They need it.
They're a poor company.
We're giving them $90,000 for this vacant, so-called contaminated lot to build a grocery market. think back, the Consumers Power headquarters, it was called Consumers Power at the time, was located on Jackson in Michigan, in the downtown where we now have the park, which is
Okay.
adjacent to the vacant Hayes Hotel.
Yeah.
Okay, do you remember that, Kevin?
I vaguely, I worked at Anesthesia Business Consultants when that park was being built.
Well,
and they tore down the other building.
Well, yes.
Yeah. But,
The city of Jackson City Hall purchased both the old Consumers Power building, their headquarters, and the Hayes Hotel from Consumers.
Okay.
Now, part of the deal, this was all part of the deal. We built Consumers Energy now, a new headquarters. Well, we didn't build them their headquarters,
Right.
but we built and financed for them a parking deck that we're still paying on.
Yeah. It's a very nice parking deck.
Very nice.
I've never used it.
Well, and there's I don't even know how full it gets these days with Consumer Energy employees, because I'm sure still over 50% of them still are working from home, so they're not parking in the parking deck that we, the taxpayers of Jackson, the city of Jackson, purchased for them. Now, so we build them a parking deck. We buy their old Consumers Power headquarters. We buy the Hayes Hotel. There's millions and millions of dollars involved with this.
Yeah.
To help out our poor corporate neighbor.
How many developers have we gone
Energy.
through with the Hayes? 5?
Well, there's been 5 minimum. 5 minimum.
Yeah. Anyways, that's it. You can go back and watch the other episode for that. But
So I guess whenever Consumers Energy needs to unload on some unused, vacant property or buildings, just call City Hall.
They just hit up their buddies at City Hall.
Well, if
maybe those are the fines
yes.
he was talking about.
Okay. Well, either that or they must have a Jonathan Green's private cell phone number, because hopefully they're not using the same phone number we are to get a hold of.
Oh,
Jonathan.
I'm sure Consumers has a direct line to whoever they need to talk to.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
And so, I'm just going back, a little bit of our recent history with how many millions, and I can't, say off the top of my head.
Right.
I could if I went home and looked it all up, and I've done this before, on how many millions of dollars City Hall has given to Consumers Energy, so Consumers Energy can unload their properties. Why did we buy their old headquarters?
Yeah.
And then we had to pay to tear it down, which I believe, if I'm not mistaken, cost a couple $1 million, if not even more, just to tear the old Consumers Power headquarters down.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I work right across the street there. And I watched, we would, on break, we'd go out there for lunch and stuff, and we'd watch them tearing walls down. And
so you remember,
I remember that.
Witnessed that,
yeah.
yes.
I was, 2013 probably?
Well, whatever year, you were there.
Yeah,
because,
I think it was 2012 or 2013. It was right before my daughter was born. She was born in 13.
Okay, so
Pretty sure.
Now we have the Hayes. And the same thing, I don't want to sound pessimistic, but I'm a realist.
Right.
We will be spending a few $1 million to tear down the Hayes Hotel.
Oh, I'm sure.
And it should have come down long ago. So if I were mayor, I would get on that phone to the CEO of Consumers Energy, and I would say, Miss CEO, you owe the city of Jackson money.
Yeah.
So you pay for the demolition of the Hayes Hotel. You can do that for us, because there was no reason that the city had to buy that to begin with.
No, it sounds like they got strong armed, or there's a backdoor deals going on, or something weird.
Right. Why did we even end up buying the Hayes, along with, again, the Consumers Power building? So,
right,
as far as I'm concerned, Consumers Energy owes the city of Jackson money. When it comes time to tear down the Hayes Hotel, they need to pay for the demolition, period.
Absolutely.
Not you and I, or the rest of the hardworking and retired tax-paying citizens of the city of Jackson.
And I was just reading through the just a MLive article about the grocery store, and I noticed whole nother issue, and actually relates to the haze. Okay, so the contaminants have to do with evacuating soil, debris, with disposal, blah blah blah. Plus, there was a landfill there apparently at one point.
I do not remember any landfill.
That says Type 2 municipal landfill, a solid waste landfill. But now I just started thinking to myself, well, if we tear down the haze, we can't do anything with that because that's going to have the same contaminants, debris, and soil excavation, and who knows? That was probably a landfill too.
State taxpayers will help with the remediation cost of cleaning up once that Hayes Hotel does come down. Because yes, there's going to be brownfield funding involved with that. So, as far as I'm concerned, Consumers Energy should be paying for that also.
Yeah, I agree because it's awesome. The state's going to help out. That's just instead of taking money out of this pocket, you took money out of that pocket. Right. I mean, it's all the same bucket.
Mm-hmm.
Same bucket.
That it is. All right, Kevin, my good man.
The city is a mess.
Have you gotten a call back yet?
No, I've been waiting. We would have heard it ring. And it has not. I know, right? No surprise there, I guess.
Well, we gave it our best shot to try to get a hold of City Manager Green and give him the opportunity once again to explain himself on what he meant with friends and family of city council members.
Yeah, and I mean, you got me kind of fired up about it. I mean, I do that once in a while where I don't really have anything to do today. I might go down there and see if I can talk to somebody just to see what I can find. I mean, what's the worst that's going to happen? They kick me out.
Sure,
that'd be awesome. Actually,
that would be.
That'd be a great story. Please kick me out. Anyway,
awesome. That would be straight up awesome.
It's like everybody talks about getting canceled. I'm like, please cancel me. Do you know how much promotion I get out of getting canceled?
Dragged out of City Hall, tased.
Yeah, it'd be awesome. On body cam, I'd FOIA the heck out of that thing.
Okay, Kevin. Well, again, we did our best, viewers of Hits Home Jackson, to try to contact City Manager Jonathan Green. Maybe he's just not in the office today, but even if he was not in the office today, we couldn't leave Jonathan a message. Come on, Jonathan. Clear out your voicemail.
I apologize. Ms. Hastings here just said, call the city attorney. Is he at the Extreme Ownership Conference? I don't know anything.
Extreme Ownership. City Hall or City Council allocated around $200,000 for top City Hall officials to attend Extreme Ownership training out in California. This was maybe over a year ago.
Ownership of what? Vacant buildings?
This was to train our city officials for user-friendly services. Like clearing out your voicemail number.
Yeah, I was saying like voicemail?
Yeah.
Maintenance? But
$200,000. They flew out to. I'm not sure how many of them went to California. And then there's follow-up. Look up, Kevin, True Ownership, and you'll see.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that.
Oh, yeah.
Or Extreme Ownership?
Extreme Ownership.
Yep. Yeah, I'll find that right now.
And, some of our city officials attended to train on how better to deal with the general public and anyone else that walks through the doors of City Hall.
All right.
And Shane Laporte, our community development director, is real big on extreme ownership. And gosh, you would think he just came out of a Dale Carnegie training session, the way he hops around and he's always smiling and optimistic and everything. But
it looks like it's ran by former Marines.
Yes.
Not a lot of information unless I want to read their book, and I don't.
No, you don't want to read or buy their book.
Taking full responsibility for everything in your domain, understanding there are no bad teams, only bad leaders. That's ironic. Believing in the mission and checking your ego.
How about checking their voicemail? Is that
checking anything. I mean,
okay, but
do I have to write them a letter?
Yeah, so
like an actual pen and paper letter.
So some of our City Hall officials attended this training.
I'm sorry, they're Navy SEALs.
Yeah. Yep,
okay.
A couple Navy SEALs.
Yep, I misread it.
And they become very popular and very successful with these training sessions nationwide. And I believe now they're regional, the training sessions. But the first one that our city officials attended on the taxpayer dime, was out in San Diego, California.
Oh,
And it was, I believe, during January, February. Not a nice time to go to San Diego, but
I mean, anytime's a right time to go to San Diego.
I'm only being facetious there. Yeah. Yeah, San
except
Diego.
it's in California, so
Right. Well,
I'm just flipping through the Google, and the gentleman, what's his name, Jocko Wilnix,
that sounds familiar.
looks
yes.
terrifying.
Yeah.
He is an intimidating man.
Yeah. Well, maybe he intimidated Jonathan Green and Shane Laporte enough for them guys to be better public servants.
I don't know. For $200,000, they better come back doing something.
Well, clear their voicemail at least.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, do something.
Anyways, yeah,
Yeah.
that's their extreme ownership. Thank you, Ms. Hastings, for reminding us of
thank
extreme
you.
ownership because, yeah, that was a $200,000 allocation. And correct me if I'm wrong on the amount, but I know it was right up there in the $200,000 range. That's a lot of travel money.
Yeah, 200.
A lot of travel money.
I just was looking at flights to go to Arizona to visit a buddy of mine, and I can fly out both, round trip. Flight was like $250. Hotel, I mean, it was just a desert hotel or whatever. It was like $50 a night, $75 a night, or something like that. But even if you're there for 2 weeks, I still don't know where $200,000 went.
All right, did you check first class?
Oh no, and I did not.
Well,
I did
come
not.
on.
I did not look into 8-course steak dinners.
Well, our city officials are deserving nothing less than first class.
I've never even
all the
seen
way.
first class.
I walk by it every time I board a plane.
See, I've every time I've flown like Spirit, and it's like they have one class, and
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah. All right. Well, yeah, good. Yeah, extreme ownership.
Yeah, I was just going through some of their stuff here. It's cracking me up. A leader must take full responsibility for all success and failures within their command, avoiding blame and focusing on solutions.
Sure. Oh, that's a bunch of babble. That's
Yeah.
all that is babble.
It's motivational speaker stuff.
That's
and-
all it is. And if these city officials needed training for any of that, then they're in the wrong business, period.
We have strong leaders in the city, definitely in the county. Very successful business people. I would consider them very strong leaders.
And I don't recall our county commission allocating any money for any of their county officials to attend extreme ownership training. I don't recall that. We would have known.
I feel like you would know for sure.
Right. But City Hall, there's no end in sight with spending our money. So
Yeah, well, we keep giving it to them.
yes, we do.
Otherwise, we go to jail.
Well,
Maybe.
or get the boot.
Well, it's park.
Get the boot.
Taxes are different than parking violations. Apparently.
Yeah. Right. Okay, Kevin.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah, great show,
discussion. And
definitely.
yeah, we tried to drag it out a little longer to see if we get a call back from City Manager Green, but still nothing.
Nothing. I just double checked to make sure I didn't miss it. I have no missed calls.
Yeah, let me see here. No, I don't have one.
Yeah, they're not going
either.
to call my personal number. And the last name Jennings. He was some skeevies down there, I think.
All right. Okay. Well, thanks again,
Yeah,
Kevin,
thank
for
you.
everything. And next time we'll touch base again on this downtown parking issue to see if we may have some answers.
Yeah.
Anything from City Manager Green on this, and if so, we will definitely share it.
Yeah.
Sure.
And, maybe I'll bring some groceries from the grocery store. That won't.
That will never happen.
We'll see eventually.
Well, but yeah, we'll see eventually. That and another Hayes Hotel developer.
Yeah. Well, let's do it. Nice, good.
Yeah, right. We're not at 10 yet, so
Just keep moving.
yeah,
Just keep going.
moving. Okay.
All
All
right.
right. Thanks again, everybody, for tuning in, and hopefully we entertained you and informed you, because you know what? Hits Home Jackson, your trusted source from the city to the county line. See you in a bit.
Yeah. See you next time.
You've been listening to Grandma's Boy Media Production.
Talking all things Jackson, bringing you the news that you need to know. The Hands on Jackson podcast, and we're coming at you live in your city. Jackson, this is your time. Get your news from your neighbor, the people who care. Unbiased and uncensored with pride. Broadcasting to you live on the air. Trusted source to tell you what's happening, from the city to the county line. All the news that matters. Make your own opinion about the news that affects